Hello, hello, people out there in the internet. Welcome to the People's Assault League VR, PAL VR for short. This is your boy Nerd. I am going to be casting an amazing match for you tonight. We have AMF 3 versus OVL Alpha, two of the most classic teams to the People's Assault League. Right now we're waiting for the lobby to go up, and as soon as we are ready, we're gonna get cracking, guys. This is gonna be a good one. Let me check in on these guys, and I will be right back. All right, folks. Looks like everybody is in the lobby at this moment. We are waiting for the first map. Seems like we got some bans here. AMF has banned Egress. OVL Alpha has banned Bazaar. Oh man, two of my favorite maps. Guys, what are you doing? Looks like we're gonna be going to Egress. Let's see if we are ready. Not Egress, I'm sorry. Turbine. Let's see if we're ready to start. I haven't heard the beep yet, but it looks like everybody has now gone into team chat in the lobby. And we shall see who will be on Marsoc. We have AMF 3 hosting on Marsoc. They're going to be initiating the first push. We have the first objective already. It looks like it is the downstairs objective. Let me set some things up here as we are getting ready for the teams to start. So far, there has not been a beep in the timer. For those of you who are not familiar with the game of Onward, it is a 5v5 first-person shooter military simulator where a squad of 5 attempt to capture the objective, which is a satellite dish. It seems that Volk, the defending team, has initiated some sort of communication, and it is up to the Marsoc Special Forces Marines to go in and shut that down. The basement objective I actually love a lot. I should say downstairs objective. It is one where, obviously in the game of Assault, it's unidirectional, but you have many paths to get your points in. Typically, teams will try to blind the entrance to the objective area. You will see a lot of movement in the red area. We'll see if we have many pushes downstairs. They may send somebody to the ramp. We'll see how that works out. Red ramp. You're gonna hear a lot of call outs, a lot of different terminology used. I'm gonna do my best here to identify what's what, let the viewers know, those who are not quite familiar with the game of Onward, how It is done. I've been playing this game for approximately 3 years now. Run into some great people. Got a chance to join OVL for a little bit. And yeah, man, I love the way these guys play. So far, we are still awaiting the team's initial setup. At the moment, they are in the tent. I can maybe sneak a peek here and show you what the tent looks like. More or less, this is it right here. Yeah, this is our tent right there, folks. And right now the two teams are doing their planning. In the tent you have a map of the map. And you get a chance to plan things out with your squad mates. Since we're doing a downstairs objective, we are not going to see anything above on the bridge, such as the green room. Oh, you know what's going on, you know what's going on. I think we are starting, folks. Let's get cracking. Let's see what the defense is planning here. I always like to start with the defense. Looks like we have some going... Oh, actually, they're all pushing downstairs. Nobody's staying upstairs. Fascinating. Alright, we have Hot Brass going down towards the red basement. Let's follow these guys here. Good old E-step. Taking a long angle. Let's get our lasers up, folks. Yeah, let's see what's going on here. Lasers are not seen in the game of Armored, nor are names, so all you see are itsy-bitsy little heads to take off. Oh, no. Looks like somebody got set on fire. That was Mason Dixon coming out of red, or towards red. Great plant there. Let's take a look at Carr. See how we're approaching. Carr appears to be holding a long angle while his teammates are setting up a push. Trying to take some pop shots and holding that defensive line, suppressing the opponent's approach. Alright, looks like we got one dead left of uplink. Green smoke has been deployed. Let's zip past here. See what's going on. We still have 808 holding the line to red.
-1 bottom right.
Missed that little bit of action, but I'm gonna step back here. Oh, shoot. Yeah, looks like somebody put out the cap. It's up to E-step right now to defuse that. When I use the word cap, I'm talking about this wonderful satellite. That is the objective. At the moment, we have tons of smoke. Commonly, you get a defender right here. Not a defender, an offender holding a defensive line. In the game of Assault, you start out in offense and switch quickly to defense, and vice versa. So at this moment, the defenders are attempting to defuse the uplink. Watermelon has called out Hot Brass. Hot Brass needs to be really careful because Baldhead will be getting him, but no, actually it was Mason Dixon. Now at the moment, looks like AMF Alpha is still hot with the uplink. You have 60 seconds to defuse. These guys are probably about 40 seconds in. I didn't look at the clock. Looks like Mr. 808 is about to attempt another defuse, but Carr and Veli are quickly approaching and shutting that down. And that is the first point for OVL Alpha. Folks, that was super quick. Holy smokes. I was not ready for that. I'm going to post up the scoreboard here for you guys while I set up our own little scoreboard. That was a very quick attack on AMF Alpha. I think holding down that right lane, sorry, the left lane long angle definitely provided them with an advantage. And yeah, that was very quick, guys. Holy smokes. So looking at the scoreboard here, we have on the OVL Alpha side, pretty much everybody contributing. We have Beast Billy and Hot Brass with 2 kills. Looks like Carr was on AMF side was doing a lot of killing, 4 kills. It's actually kind of interesting here. We don't appear to have gotten a lot of kills back and forth on the teams here. They just kind of really position themselves quite well and swiftly. I don't know if AMF 3 was ready for that kind of coordinated attack, as the cap did go out fairly quickly and early. I'm going to say approximately, what do we say, folks? 3 minutes, maybe 2 minutes into the round, which I was not expecting, but you do see that from these top tier teams. Folks, we're currently still waiting for these 2 teams to get ready. Looks like we got the beep, beep, beep of the clock going now, and we're about to jump right back into the action. Let's get our things together and take a look to see where the teams are at the moment. No, sorry, that was a false beep, beep. Looks like they started the countdown, perhaps to get each other ready. Let's zip around the map here for a second. So one common thing to do, I suppose, when you're an early team is to come out of this room when you're defending and hop down towards this turbine. Problem with that, unfortunately, is that you will get shot by whoever peeks you down this hallway. Oh, folks, let's get to the right sides. I'm going to start off with OVL Alpha. I swear to goodness, I am not biased. I just want to alternate. We have E-Step here playing Fire Team Leader. Fire Team Leader's responsibility is to primarily advance as the teammates are taking people out. Whoa! Holy smokes, folks. We have some quick shots going out here. Looks like the majority of AMF is on the right side. That is the west side of the map. Why don't we follow E-Step here? As I was saying, OVL is going to be providing the Fire Team Leader space to advance and tuck in. The game of Assault, or I should say game mode of Assault, we are going to be respawning. That means that when you die, you are not sent to the tent permanently. You do come back. And so if the Fire Team Leader positions themselves well enough, holy cow, yeah, Baldhead was playing audio there, and it looks like he got Fire Team Leader, so he's going to have to start back all over again. He has approximately 10 to 12 seconds. Whoa, folks, I am so sorry. I didn't see that cap. Looks like Beast Billy got a good cap on. He has been down, but is not out. Whoever is dead currently would have respawned on Fire Team Leader. However, E-Step did die. Oh, Mister, great coverage there. As I said, the defense becomes the offense, offense becomes defense. Veli is going to try to sneak in here and get the cap. Doesn't look like anybody is watching that. We have E-Step coming up very closely here. E-Step just taken out by Mason Dixon. Sorry, folks, I missed that last kill. Looks like Watermelon is taking that long angle, holding down the line, suppressing the fire. Beast Billy right now just got Mason Dixon with a little bit of a revive to himself, and Hot Brass did the same. Looks like Watermelon is definitely holding down that line. Nobody seems to be approaching the top side, the catwalk there. Ooh, we did get a TK, unfortunately, right onto Beast Billy. Looks like the cap was disabled, and folks, we're gonna have to start all over again. And when I say we are talking about OVL Alpha, the offending team right now playing Marsoc. I'm gonna follow good old Mr. 808 here as he is making his approach. Let's see how he is going to sneak a peek and take out the line here. Carr appears to be using a very long angle here. I am quite impressed that nobody has caught him. Obviously, if you're using AP, I do believe that you can penetrate through the catwalk. Looks like Mister is keeping an eye on him and definitely got Carr. Veli is on the objective, stopping the approach from this wall. Hey, check out the map. Showing the different levels. We do have Baldhead on the bottom there, but nobody's approaching below. E-Step currently posting up on the top here. Looks like he's taking control room which is a very good approach because your guys who die can spawn in very quickly, take on this corridor, and go down red corridor. Once you've taken up red corridor, you can either throw smokes all the way down to the objective, or
I think I killed.
down the corridor above. We got a lot of action going on here. I gotta try to catch that. It looks like we're about to have a cap go out by Zachary Odin. Oh, last minute grenade. Very well tossed. I was quite impressed with that one, Watermelon. Well done. Looks like Mr. is gonna catch. Oh, yep, he got car. So currently we have nobody defending down below. All the defenses out. We have smokes going out. Looks like somebody's gonna get ready to cap. Mr. is holding down that line, waiting for the defense to peak, and he is going to shut that down as Beast Billy is capping from the lower catwalk stairs. Baldhead is going to try to make it to the staircase here, or I should say the red room ramp. Mason Dixon's currently approaching the left side. That's the east side of the map. He's gonna catch it from, oh my god, he walked right past him. Didn't see a bit of the defender coming down the east side of the map. Hot Brass is holding down the line on the upper catwalk. Watermelon holding an angle, but unfortunately he will have to expose himself. Looks like some grenades are going out onto the objective, but unfortunately that's not going to catch anybody. Beast Billy did get it from Watermelon. The defense does need to get in here, or else OVL Alpha will be getting a point. Not a problem here for the casters and viewers, because we do like long maps. We like to get the action here on PAL VR. That's the People's Assault League. Again, this is your boy Nerd casting for you. I'm just gonna hold the line here and let you watch all the carnage. I love it. Oh, guys, you did not. Yeah, I know. It's very disappointing. I'm so sorry. Oh, come. Oh, I'm so sorry, Car. It's okay. We'll get another chance, bro. As you know, we are going to be taking a quick look here at the scoreboard. Take a look at the KD ratios. We have 2 caps from Beast Billy when he was on offense. We have 1 from Mason Dixon on AMF 3. Currently also the MVP, as I call it, for the team. Let's see who is matching their scores. We have Beast Billy and Mr. 808 with 7 kills each. Once again, everybody's contributing. I love to see that. That means that we are getting a lot of action here on PAL VR. Again, that's the People's Assault League. Assault being the game mode of Onward, where you have multiple attempts, multiple tries to get that wonderful cap out. The next objective is going to be upstairs. Let's take a look what upstairs means. So let's sneak all the way to the south side of the map. Holy smokes, folks, I'm gonna try to not make you ill. Smooth out my transitions. Okay, looks like I kind of messed up there, my apologies. So when we are in Marsoc, we are going to spawn at A. Oh my goodness, and I forgot to tell you about the different spawns. When you're playing Assault, you have 2 spawns, A and B. Sometimes you can hold your approach or spawn till the very end and spawn at B, zipping all the way over to... Oh, looks like we got a round reset. It's alright, folks. Round reset means that something occurred. Somebody probably did not load into the map. Happens. It's not a big deal. But in the meantime, what I'll do is I'll show you the different spawns and help you understand how things work. So I was just showing you spawn A and spawn B from Marsoc, the offending team. Spawn B is right here. I'm gonna hold on a line. Where you have to enter a red room or come around the corner, coming out of red. You do get an opportunity eventually to shoot at the opposition that is crossing right there. Very open spot past the tank. Commonly teams like to throw smokes in order to make that cross. Green room has to absolutely be capitalized, or else you will get shot from the opposition. Opposition could be the defenders or offensive team at this angle here. I love green room. A lot of action going on here. Folks also like to hold an angle right here where they're going to stop the Marsoc team, that's the offensive team, from getting into green room. I have seen AMF 1 hold down a line right here as well, basically stopping opposition from crossing that white car, playing audio, swinging. Like I say, swing and be swung, amigos. Looks like we're gonna get started. Let's get down to the AMF 3 spawn. Looks like somebody threw their gun rifle. The reason for doing that is in the game of Onward, depending on your firearm, you do have weight, and so you do not move as quickly. Whoever throws their gun first is able to move fairly rapidly. Looks like Veli is going to be staying. No, he's taking a path through. Looks like car got taken out very quickly here. Let's get our lasers up, folks. See what everybody's looking at. Mason Dixon holding down a very long angle here. We have Mr. 808 holding down the line at red car box. Veli currently attempting to get into green room. Let's get down to their level, folks. I like getting over the shoulder. Very nice. Veli looking for some C4. Not seeing any. Looks like he's prepping some smoke or maybe a grenade. Up above, we have a grenade maybe and a flash going out. Beast Billy is waiting to play some audio. We also have Zachary waiting, but that was unnecessary. Beast Billy got both. Watermelon and the other teammate getting in there. Again, this is our objective here. Let's see what each individual player is doing. We have Carr holding down a very long angle, playing sniper at the moment, watching green room. I'm surprised nobody has smoked green room yet. Oh, very nice. This is what I call crack box, because you can peek through here and try to take some picks. Folks, the best thing to do, obviously, in the game of Assault is once you take your picks, you start moving forward, because the opposition will only have 10 seconds to respawn, whereas the offenders will be taking a little longer. Beast Billy just shut down Watermelon. Again, giving Zachary almost no play, but Zachary's whole position here is to hold down that defense and not let him capitalize on that corner. He will be able to shut down anybody standing not close enough to this edge of the box. Everybody's being called out here. Ah, yes. Everybody is on the right side. Right side for the defenders is the east side of the map. Mason Dixon's holding down that cross coming out of red room. I am seeing an absence of smoke, but sometimes it is better to not throw smokes, as it does let the defenders know that you are trying to push. Let's get inside green room, folks. See what's going on. Yeah, once again, looks like the offense is getting shut down. OVL Alpha is doing a great job right now with the defense. Mason Dixon is doing a sneaky crawl over here, getting in the way. I am impressed that nobody has crossed his line yet. Looks like everybody's focused on green room. So currently, looks like AMF 3 has... Oh my gosh! Oh, beast! Oh, I don't know what to say. Mason Dixon took one to the dome because he was looking at his tablet or something. I'm not sure. He took it. So that's just onward timing, folks. When you start putting your gun down and you're no longer aiming down sights, somebody just sneaks up on you. Looks like Watermelon's giving another try. Got shut down completely by Beast Billy there. We have some grenades going out. Who is trying to sneak in? We have Veli and Baldhead making their way. Looks like Veli is going to attempt... Yeah, see, now they realize everybody's coming on the bridge. Looks like Veli took a shot underneath the semi. Took one out. That was a good attempt. So now it's time for Watermelon and Baldhead to push up. I'm suspecting that Watermelon is looking at green room, waiting for Zachary to do some pop shots here. I'm surprised Bolted has not pushed, because whoever he took out will be coming back in a few minutes. He is fire team leader, so anybody that dies can respawn on him as it just occurred. Veli just came back. Looks like he's fixing something on his person in real life. We have some mollies going off and stopping the push. You cannot cross this fire. You will be lit on fire and die very slowly and make some very embarrassing grunting sounds. Ooh, 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 as this character models go. Green is really being held down here.
I mean, it was a pretty good nade, to be honest. You might have got
And currently there's some banter going on because you can hear each other. There's proximity chat. In the game of Onward, audio is as good as your flicks, as it allows you to swing onto your enemies.
One's behind concrete barriers of up.
Okay, E-step has just been called out behind the concrete barrier there. I always call it brick wall. And they shut him down. I'm going to see what's going on here. So we have Mr. 808. Mr. 808, are you going to call out the fact that you have two behind the little box? These two are just really tucking in. I suppose Veli is protecting Baldhead and waiting for... Is somebody going to try the sneaky crawl thing again? Looks like Watermelon is trying to make his way into green room. Beast Billy again shut that down. Does not look like green is going to be taken over. AMF 3 is having a really hard time pushing in here. FTL just got taken out. Veli's doing his best to suppress anybody crossing. Very good technique. So I suppose this team should be attempting to push the bridge. We had Mason Dixon trying to go up side staircase here. Veli is just taking some picks, and his teammates need to start capitalizing, or else they're going to run out of respawns, folks. We only have approximately, 15 respawns per map, or is it 12? I have to go back and check. I apologize. Okay, so Veli now took a very powerful position. He can be taken out by a grenade, but the opposition cannot see him. We have an accidental TK grenade coming out from Zekri onto his teammate. Zekri is still alive, and he's tucked in. Watermelon didn't know that he was there. Looks like Beast Billy should be making his way into green room. Oh, okay, we have a trade, which means that now green room is completely open. It is time. Okay, the cap went out, but yeah, guys, we have nobody on the offense, now playing defense. The Baldhead is holding down that little box, so he is watching a very long angle. Veli is playing audio for anybody pushing up. Nobody on the defense is close enough to prevent this cap. We are approximately, what, 5-10 seconds into the cap at the moment. We have approximately 60 seconds total to disable that cap. We have smokes going out. Looks like they're stopping the push from red. Basically, when you throw smokes, the opposition has to walk, or defense has to walk around it. Zekri is throwing out maybe a grenade or a flash onto Veli, stopping anybody from seeing that he's coming out. Veli knows that where the flash came from. He did not get flashed himself and took out the defense at the moment. It looks like AMF 3 will be getting that point. They managed to hold down that middle non-green room push, stopping the defense from getting in. Watermelon is, or was, I should say, holding down, basically playing audio, waiting for quick flicks, and AMF 3 looks like won the map with 2 points on the scoreboard, having won the first push. I'm sorry, did I say AMF 3? That's incorrect. It's OVL Alpha that was on offense there, winning, I believe. Something went wrong there with the names. I may have gotten them backwards, so I think that's my fault. Either way, great match overall. Yeah, that's AMF 3 winning the first map of Egress. That was a very quick match, folks. I enjoyed every moment of that. I hope you did too. Waiting right now to find out what the next map is going to be. PAL, VR, People's Assault League. Folks, welcome. Let's take a look at the chat here. We have Rolly Kills, Mr. Discord ping himself. Holland, welcome. Jabbo, nice to see you, buddy. We have Ghost, AMF. These folks are watching to learn and learning the game of PAL, or I should say Assault and Onward, is half the battle. Once you watch casts, you know how to push, you see what's common, you figure out what's meta, and you create counter strats. As you saw here, the teams decided to wait until the end, until they capped to throw those smokes out and prevent the defense from getting close to them at all. Very well played. They kept FTL kind of fairly far away from green room and out of line of sight in order to capitalize on that position and allow teammates to win. And there we saw AMF winning the map. So AMF will be on defense on the next map. Actually, they have an option of choosing. People's Assault League is one of many Onward leagues, but I believe at the moment the only Assault League in the game of Uplink where you only have one life. You don't get a fire team leader. You don't get any option to come back. The action is a little slower, sneaky as ninjas, if you would. Here we have AMF again playing offense. They're going to be taking the first map, push, and it will be Snow Peak. So we're going to be doing some long range shooting, folks. The first objective is Lakeside objective. That's on the east side of the map, where you're going to see a lot of sniping coming from the south on the offense, usually coming from the southwest part of the map. I'm going to show you what the map looks like once we get started, folks. Trying to get the team names in here. We have AMF again, 3, playing on Marsoc, that's the offensive team, and OVL, that's Oscar Victor Lima Alpha on defense. Let's see if we can sneak a peek here at our map of Snow Peak. I want to show you how I will be zipping around the map. So we have the objective is Lakeside objective. This is the objective again in the game of Assault. We have to capture the objective. That is to the offense will be pushing in a 7-digit code in order to stop the Volk, which is the defensive team, from sending that message to whoever. Volk are supposed to be the bad guys. Marsoc is supposed to be the good guys. It's all relative, I suppose. Here is a wonderful vantage point from which you can shoot the defensive team as they make their approach across their spawn point, which is all the way over here. You may see somebody entering our tower here, which is, by the way, penetrable, yet somehow the developers made the wood not penetrable. Not quite sure what that's about. Not making any comments either. Love the developers. Downport Interactive. Initially started by one man who eventually made enough money to give it off to Meta. Think you what you will of that move. Game of Onward has gone through many iterations, upgrades, some call it downgrades, we'll see. But so far, a lot of people have joined. I'm gonna put some nice little areas here. This is tunnel. Coming from the tunnel here, we do have a B spawn for defense, which is Killbox right here. There's really not much action going on in Killbox, so I'm not gonna spend much time in there. What I will do is show you where most people spawning B on defense will be looking. There's a wonderful little angle here that you can take. I've seen, I believe, Mithril Marauder from AMF 1 play right here, where he can either play audio on the exit of tunnel and also take out defenders or offense coming from down Hesco's here. We used to have an old objective in Assault that DPI has switched recently to that objective right there. Looks like we are about to jump into the map. Let's find out what our teams are planning. Why don't we hop over to spawn A of Marsoc. Again, this is the People's Assault League VR game of Onward 5v5 military simulator shooter. We now have AMF 3. Memorizing the code is 7-digit code, folks. If you can't remember it while you're getting close, you'll see people pulling out their tablets frequently. Looks like somebody may have spawned B. They just called out that someone is in. Let's take a look at the map. As you see, we have one spawning B that's on the west side of the map, while the 4 are pushing towards tunnels. We are going to have some action coming very soon. Let's get our lasers up. Looks like Baldhead took out Beast Billy playing defense here. The Texan will be taken out shortly by Veli. Veli has just called out the opposition Texan. You better be careful. It looks like he's throwing some flashes or a grenade at Baldhead. Oh, that was a molly. Looks like Baldhead is already pushing the objective. Currently not having anybody to defend him, so he's gonna have to hold that line all by his lonesome. Doing a very good job so far. Getting shot at by Hot Brass from North Hangar. Zachary Odin making his way at the same time as Mason Dixon. Mason Dixon taking some pop shots across the way from Hot Brass. Mason Dixon taking out Zachary, who was going to uncap, as I like to call it, which is to defuse the objective, but he got taken out. Currently, we have nobody on the offense onto the objective, leaving the defense, which is OVL Alpha, currently wide open to defuse. As you see, he has currently pushed that 7-digit code ever so quickly, holding down the line, one-handing his rifle. He has finally defused. You have to hold the tablet when you're defusing. They used to make it that you had to hold the tablet also to push the objective. Ooh, that grenade's gonna catch too. Yeah, they are down but not out. I don't know if you heard that groan, but DPI put in some audio there to let the opposition know that you have downed your enemies and you need to confirm. ABCs always be confirming, as my buddy Shipwrecked always likes to say. It looks like E-Step is going to be taking a more aggressive defensive line, playing audio from the bunker, also being able to capitalize on whoever's coming up behind him. This is actually a position I like to personally take a lot.
Let's get one to go to Iceberg as possible.
He's calling out for his teammates to take a more aggressive line. Beast Billy's currently holding down lane 1 here, or 3, depending on how you do your call-outs. So we currently have the Texan coming out of spawn B for defense. He is going to be met up by, looks like Baldhead and Mason Dixon are making their way through tunnels. They just went through the garage. I'll show you folks what the garage is shortly. Veli is currently holding down the middle Hesco position, once again stopping the defense from getting closer. Beast Billy right there playing audio and also stopping anybody coming over the ridge. Why don't we get a closer look at what the opposition is seeing. I like this angle here. Any angle in the game of Onward coming from a corner makes it hard for the opposition to see you. All they see is a little head like that. Looks like Beast Billy got taken out by Mason Dixon.
Got one dead on the flank. I'm flanking behind him.
Currently, Baldhead has caught somebody on the flank and is getting around towards the defensive spawn. I like this approach. Oh no, you know, Hot Brass really likes this position and has been playing it fairly well. Let's take a look at his angle. So he's currently using the Hescos as cover and concealment. There are some unfortunate glitches in the game of Onward where if you hold your rifle sideways or even angled and you're too close to the Hescos and you're having your rifle barrel above the Hesco, it hides you completely. So now you ethically want to hold your reticle and sights upward, but that is a good position as he is currently well concealed. We have some grenades going out, folks. I love grenades. Utility is my thing.
Three dead. I just took 3 out.
Alright, Baldhead has just taken 3 out, or at least knows that there's 3 out, and he is calling out to his teammates because there's only 2 up at the moment. Hot Brass is still there. We have shots coming out from Zachary, who just took out Baldhead as he was approaching. And Watermelon got the long angle. Zachary is down but not out, so he's still doing call-outs. We have Carr right now sneaking his way towards the objective, having gone across lake, which is often fairly risky, but if you're on Marsoc, the green can somewhat conceal you, which is nice. All it takes is for the defense to see movement, like the good old T-Rex from Jurassic Park.
I'm at snow right now. Watermelon, can you move around and get the guy across the ice? He's got me pinned.
Yeah, Carr is calling out that he is pinned. Unfortunately, the offense has not gotten to the midpoint fast enough, but they're all positioning themselves fairly well if you look at the map. We have one in the far east holding down a long angle, as well as the one on the north on defense. We have a lot of action and utility being tossed on this long-range map. Those guys holding those long angles are allowing their teammates to approach. Let's get onto the objective here, see who is defending. E-Step is right on it, waiting for the push from this angle here. Mason Dixon looks like he's going to be the first one to catch it. Baldhead is right behind him. If they throw utility, once again, they can catch 2, and they're crossing that line. You're going to be taken out very quickly. Mason Dixon realized that his teammate got taken out from somebody holding a very tight angle. The approach is going to be difficult. You only have really one person holding an angle, which is interesting. Sometimes you see 2 lines crossing. E-Step is anticipating that Mason did approach a little more aggressively, or may have snuck in, so he threw some utility. The Texan is holding down this line, stopping Mason basically from approaching. He's going to play some audio. We're going to see, oh no, Mason definitely took him out quickly, but he got taken out from Beast Billy on the back end, coming out of the tunnels, who also took out Baldhead. Veli currently looking at the angle. Beast Billy will be catching some if he peeks up too high. He doesn't have to. All he has to do is watch, but Veli knows that he's there at the moment. So we are going to see some 1v1 action from these 2. Beast Billy's now tucking back in. Looks like Mason Dixon didn't know. I think that who is currently fire team leader? I saw 2 spawn. And looks like Mason's playing fire team leader. No, it is Veli. Oh, so having this position is actually quite powerful, as it allows the teammates to go down this line here, hold the opposition here. We're seeing some defense. Looks like Baldhead is going to be going through the garage. I told you folks that I was going to show you what garage is. He's going to be taking a very long route. Let's see if we can get into his head. Set. Watch his approach. This is going to be a very long approach, folks. He's going to have to go all the way through the garage. I suppose he's going to try to catch the offense or defense. I keep using that word wrong. That is at tunnels. Once he takes that person out, whoever is on that second lane is going to be able to make an approach, possibly around Sniper Tower. He has called out that somebody is at Sniper Tower at the moment. It is not really beneficial at the moment for AMF to start taking people out, as they're not going to be approaching, because OVL Alpha has a fairly strong defensive line right now. Nobody's taking any peeks. It appears as if we're gonna start making that approach towards the defense. He's trying to catch Beast Billy on the back end. Beast Billy is not peeking. However, if he doesn't look out, he is going to catch it in the back of the dome. As such. So now that the MCX Virtus has taken out Beast Billy, even though Baldhead got taken out, I guess he was trying to make that approach, and it looks like Zachary was ready for that as he took him out. We have a long-range sniper coming from the southwest, looking for Zachary, who took out his teammate. When you are taken out of the map, you are thrown back into the tent. In the tent, you have a microphone on the table next to the Volk, next to the Volk helmet that allows you to communicate with your teammates, and the best teams or better teams have better comms and tell each other, listen, I got taken out by a dude in this corner, or dudette. Let's not be sexist, of course. A person. Yeah, it looks like Mason just took out E-Step, who was playing defense in the bunker. Mason is still up, making call out. Yeah, everybody's down. There's nobody to push on the AMF side. 2 guys are down. 1 guy is up. And unfortunately, we have a cleanup from the Texan here. Looks like I haven't really been paying attention to how many respawns we have left over. Is my math wrong? Does that make sense? It's a lot of deaths for 1 map.
Yeah, 10-4 I am too.
Alright, we have some suppressive fire coming from E-Step. Watermelon is making his way. Currently took one out. Was taken out by Texan. That was pretty much it for the respawns, folks. We did have a win from OVL Alpha. Let's take a look at our scoreboard here. Who is the top fragger? Looks like we have lots of top fraggers from AMF. Mason Dixon and sorry for Baldhead with both 7 kills. And on the OVL Alpha side, we have Beast Billy really showing maximum effort with 7 kills himself. You typically, in the game of Assault, want to have a positive KD, as a negative KD does show that, unfortunately, you're taking up all the respawns. You don't want to be that guy. Nobody wants to be that guy. So as I was talking about, folks, we did watch somebody go through the garage and make their approach, which is fairly long, but did allow a nice defensive position or offensive position behind the defense. Garage is fairly long, but if you have a multiple person approach, provides you with one heck of an advantage here. Stepping behind the defensive line. Folks, we're currently waiting for the teams to get ready. While they're doing that, I think I'm gonna sneak a glass of water here. Alright, folks. Again, this is PAL VR, the People's Assault League VR, a virtual reality league for the game of Onward VR, 5v5 military simulator, first-person shooter. You put on that headset and you start living the map. You think that everything around you is real. When those bullets start flying, you feel your heart racing. Great way to get some stress out. Forget your troubles. Meet some great people in the People's Assault League. Everybody's fairly professional, jovial, an adult. I'm very grateful for the opportunities being given to me by the official casters. Mustache, Beast Billy, thanks a lot for helping me out and giving me the assets required to make this an interesting cast for y'all. Those in the chat, let me know how it's going. Is the stream smooth? Are there any hiccups? I did put a 90-second delay, no, 120-second delay, unfortunately, instead of the usual 30, so forgive me if I have not been responding to you directly. I see that you are currently commenting on the different pushes from the different teams. Folks, I'm hearing the beeps of our game of Onward. We are getting back into the action. Let's do it. I like to start ready in the objective. What do you want to see, folks? Let's get to the offense and see what Team OVL Alpha is planning. Are they going to be memorizing that code so as to capitalize on that objective as quickly as AMF did?
Do you want me to go with Billy down the middle then?
Yep. Zachary, I'm back.
Alright, looks like Billy and Texan are going to be going down the middle. We have two going through tunnel, as I mentioned before. They're going to be taking that early defensive line. I'm not sure what happened to Carr there. He had to revive himself, i.e. use a stem fairly early. It looks like we have Veli and Mason going to be playing a little more aggressive defense. Oh, looks like Texan and Beast Billy have been called out. Let's get down to the level, folks. Figure out what's going on. Beast Billy is currently approaching the objective. He has been called out by... Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck in the rock. Phooey. There we go. Baldhead and Carr are playing closer defense. We have Watermelon playing that tower. Prone, as you can see, because it is penetrable. But what is he doing? He is hiding behind the wood, which is impenetrable. Makes no sense, folks, but that is the game of Onward. We have some quirky stuff going on. I do like these trees. Wish that we go back to old, better designed trees, but you know what? It allows people on the quest to see the assets as well as those who are on PC VR. Since the quest update, I think it was update 7? 10.7, I believe. The game of Onward went through some downgrades, but allowing more players to have the opportunity to play, join leagues, make some friends, lifelong friends. You do meet these people in real life sometimes. I'd love to see a PAL VR convention, if possible. Texan holding down this box, basically waiting for his team to get into position. Looks like we did see some fire from tunnels. Mason Dixon being vigilant, kind of cleaning house, placing some... He put a C4. I love C4, folks. Again, if you hear the opposition peeking in, or you play audio, you hear them coming, folks, things will go kaboom. So I'm going to keep a very close ear on what's happening here. We have E-Step making a creepy crawler approach, but Mason, not with gun up, still playing audio, waiting to see who is bold enough, who's got the chutzpah to make their way across. We do have people spawning in on FTL here. They're making their approach towards Hesco. E-Step is so low right now, using the topography as cover and concealment, that he is unable to be seen by Mason, who currently has no flippin' idea that E-Step has crossed his path because he's still playing audio, focused so much on that C4. E-Step has made his way to these secondary Hescos. Mason was aware of Texan. We do have Zachary Odin approaching from the garage. Hopbrass was made aware of Mason when he shot down the defense or offense. Bless you. Currently we have one offender making his way as Zachary is going to be sneaking up on Mason. And he saw the C4, rendering it completely null and void, folks. Mason did hear the noise. I'm hoping not to miss this. He is looking for Mason to peek. And this is why you don't want to get overly peeky. I mean, if you're going to swing a corner, swing it. Once you peek slow, you never know if somebody's watching that. And I believe that's why that went wrong. E-Step still playing it ever so slow, sneaky ninja style. Folks, in Assault, compared to VRML, there are a lot more professional former military who play. And thus their style tends to be a little more conservative, but definitely very well coordinated. Again, in the game of Onward, because it is a team sport, team e-sport, those who have prior team experience tend to be on the top teams. Hot Brass currently, FTL, is making his way. He better be careful not to meet anybody else here. And we'll allow the offense to spawn in. It looks like E-Step is going to go for the cap. Folks, he has a tablet out. Let's see how long it takes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-second cap, maybe 5. Uplick is hot. We have a lot of defense here in the offensive side, or offense in the defensive side. Zachary has a very good position here in the Hescos because he's basically going to stop anybody from getting across here, but also watching this angle. Baldhead is approaching very cautiously, knows that Billy's there. Sometimes in the game of Onward, once you see your enemy, there's only one option, and that's a trade, so it's kill or be killed. Expect to be killed and take one out. The cap has been out for approximately 30 seconds. As you see right now, everybody's spread out very evenly at a very aggressive, offensive line. Belly's trying to clean house, but it's really hard with Hot Brass tucked in here, allowing his teammates to spawn in on him. And even though he got taken out by Baldhead, it's too late. That's it, folks. Time's up. OVL Alpha wins. They got the 2 points on the map of Snow Peak. Let's take a look at our scoreboard. Got some high frags here from Baldhead at 12 and 11 deaths. Followed by Mason Dixon, 10 and 12. Everybody contributing. Not too many negative KDs here. On the OVL Alpha side, we have Beast Billy at 10 kills and 12 deaths and 1 beautiful revive. Revives are very important. You never want to let your teammate be down for too long. They will be doing call-outs and letting you know when it is clear to revive them. It is more beneficial for your team to have 2 or 3 up than 1 or 2 respectively. Let's sneak back to our scoreboard and give credit where credit is due. AMF seems to have won the series here. We'll see what the third map is. I love playing nice long third maps. Remember, folks, AMF has banned Egress and OVL Alpha has banned Bazaar, which now I think leaves Downfall and Quarantine as our only maps in the map pool, as well as Abandon. We did see that they did appreciate long-range maps, such as Snow Peak. I personally would like it if they did Quarantine next. It is my favorite map, and I'm really good at it. But who cares? It's not about me, folks. It's about the teams and what they want. Looks like they're deciding right now. Let's take a look at the tent, see what we are planning. Can't hear what they're saying, and that's okay. Sometimes in the tent we get a little saucy with the language. Folks, this is a family-friendly game after all. Yes! We got quarantine! I love it. Let's do it, folks. Let's get in there. Map 3 is quarantine. This is actually one of my top maps. Some of the actually since the last, well, second to last update, I believe, and onward, we have gotten some new spawns on quarantine, some new objectives on quarantine. There used to be, I think, only one objective, to be honest, in Center Burning Building. I'll show you shortly once I put the team names up. What's what here. And now we have two objectives. And many new angles and many new metas to exercise on our opposition. Why don't we sneak a peek here at the map and figure out what's what. Whoa, my mouse is going crazy, folks. This is A spawn. Basically, Marsoc is going to be spawning here and has to make their way all the way to Center Burning Building. The second floor Center Burning can be seen as we are crossing the hotel right here. Motel, Hotel, Holiday Inn, I don't know. And the RV. Looks like the one that Dale used to drive on Walking Dead. I don't know if you folks used to watch that. We have a catwalk. Sometimes you see some sneaky guys stopping people from crossing the impact. Map of Quarantine was the first one I ever played on Onward. Some of my buddies at the hospital had shown me the game of Onward and wanted me to join them in the game of Assault. I did not know what was going on, and I saw this airplane crash into the building. This is called Impact Building, with the cockpit and fuselage at the front here. Building on our east side of the map is called AC for the AC units on the roof. Great place to have a vantage point at the opposition. You will see some of the defense coming from B spawn, having to stop the Marsoc from getting past semi-truck here. Semi's a good position because you can see down the line here and stop them. There's a boulder on the other side of the map where you can use as cover. You have to find your way all the way up here to the AC building. As you can see, the topography is not perfect, which means that it allows people to cross sneaky like all the way here, or allows the defense to play a more passive position. We have green container here, nice position to play. There's an objective that we will see eventually, folks, if we get 3 rounds in this, which is red barrels, again allowing you to see all the way out down there. Catwalk, red catwalk past white car allows you to get to the objective as well. Sometimes people send 2 in this direction, so catwalk may be defended at some point. B spawn for Marsoc will be on this side towards post office. I am unfortunately accustomed to the VRML callout, so folks, I apologize if I call this hospital. I might call it hospital instead of warehouse. I love doing that. But no, I'll try to use the appropriate call out so you guys won't get mad. Come on. I'm not a jerk. Let's see here. We're going to sneak all the way to OVL Alpha's defense here. Let's see what they're planning. We seem to be having a 2-3 split here from AMF. And also from OVL Alpha. We're going to see AMF basically meeting OVL Alpha very soon on green container here. Looks like we have a very center approach. Some are playing towards the center in the mall. The mall is being impacted by a turbine. 2 turbines, in fact, of the airplane. We have currently E-Step and Texan playing more aggressive defense. I'm going to hold some lines here in the center. As you can see, we have Baldhead. I'm not sure what he's looking at. Oh, he's looking at hospital. Sorry, warehouse rooftop. We have Beast Billy playing a more aggressive warehouse first floor approach. He does know that there are 2 on the first floor. I'm sorry, not first floor. Taking a look at V-Spawn. Got taken out by Watermelon.
Garage is dead.
He is dead, sir. That is correct. Now, since Watermelon has allowed a little bit of an opening, Veli is going to be sneaking out of the hole. Kind of watching that angle, seeing if anybody peeks. Hopefully nobody saw him.
No one on link from.
Yeah, he doesn't see anybody. That is why you shouldn't peek too much when you're on defense. Just let the... Holy smokes, that's a beautiful nade. Would have been great if it had gone into the hole. I like to call this Sarlacc pit.
Pop up and
Those of you who are fans of Star Wars know what I'm talking about. Return of the Jedi. Good old Boba Fett got eaten by the Sarlacc pit. Baldhead is making some call-outs here. Flashing over. In case anybody is on rooftop and around the corner here. As you see, Baldhead is holding an angle where he thought there may have been opposition. Mason Dixon currently taking out Sea Watching Barrels. Taking out
He's dead behind AC rooftop.
an enemy behind AC rooftop.
I'm getting
Watermelon is not happy about spotting a fire team leader out in the open. That's why you gotta communicate with him, bro. Be like, hey, fire team leader, are you free? Are you open? Are you okay? Can I spawn in on you? We have Mason Dixon currently holding a more aggressive white car defense here, letting his teammates get through. He doesn't want anybody to get past this corridor. Zekri is playing a longer angle here, passing around the northwest warehouse. Mason will be hearing him, possibly taking a pop shot at him. Very good. Well played there. This is almost the same kind of play that I think AMF 1 played. I think it was Myth Marauder and... Ooh, I forget who else. I keep talking about Myth because he's one of my buddies from VRML. Forgive me, folks. A little bit partial there, but not partial to the teams we're watching at the moment. Mason Dixon will be taken out, unfortunately, by Hot Brass, who was playing a very off-meta position here, but very aggressive defense. I wouldn't peek too much there, buddy. Hot Brass may be taken out by Carr if Carr knows that he is there, but that is not the case at the moment. His back is currently open, so it is the opportunity for Carr and Watermelon to sneak up. Again, Carr is fire team leader, so people do have to spawn into him. Currently, Mason Dixon did so. I'm not sure if Hot Brass is aware the fire team leader has approached these dunes and got taken out by Hot Brass, who was paying attention. That would have been a nice push because that would have allowed, yeah, AMF to get in there. So Hot Brass did just realize and let out a whoof, because had he allowed the opposition to get closer, they would have eventually made their way to the cockpit where Baldhead is. Currently, Hot Brass is not aware that Baldhead has held this angle for quite some time. Basically waiting for people to come out of impact. You can come out through the fuselage here.
Garage dead.
Yeah, Mason appears to have taken a more spawn B approach. Watermelon is with him, as you see coming down the center here. We have a heavier southern push, and also one down the center. If you capitalize and take AC and garage, you stop the defense from crossing the street in the game of Onward. Stopping lines of cross are crucial, as this is how you stop people from taking over different, what I call districts of the map. Mason currently watching from anybody coming through this little angle from gas station, as you see the word gas. They should just put a label called hospital. I think this is called hospital for some because of the ambulance, but I call it ambulance building. Different call-outs for different teams. As long as everybody understands what they're talking about, that's all that matters. Speak the same language here, right? We have Carr and Baldhead currently taking some pop shots at second story. Commonly, people should not peek too much like Texan is doing right now. It is sometimes best to use this building as a method of seeing the AC rooftop. Texan is fairly exposed from the AC ramp here, and AC rooftop, but Hot Brass has that angle. Baldhead is lower down. We have Carr sneaking his way into objective. If he does not make any noise, see, Baldhead is causing a distraction there, so Texan does not know that Carr is fairly close. Baldhead is going to be pushing out that cap. 2, 1. Texan has to swing around and make that kill. Carr should have gotten up and gotten that, but it looks like Texan was taken out by Veli, which means that E-Step is the only one able to crash on objective. And this is the problem when your defense is not close, but your offense is, and unfortunately, it looks like AMF has, I mean, unfortunately for OVL Alpha, AMF has capitalized on burning building. They now own the objective, making it very difficult for the defense to get in. We have shots coming out from Baldhead on Zekri,
From Broken Plane Wing.
stopping him from getting through Broken Plane Wing. Playing cracks here is super important in the game of Onward. Be careful when you have your gun down, but he's playing audio, and you're gonna see a pop shot here coming up. Oh my goodness, he got just hammered from multiple corners. Billy catching out Texan, who took out his teammate, and that is a win for AMF 3. Very well done, guys, with almost less than 5 minutes on the map, the scoreboard. Let's take a look, see what we got, folks. We have, oh, somebody dropped a donut on both sides, but that's okay. It's not about the KD ratio, folks. It's about the communication. Letting your teammates know where the opposition is, and if you're a fire team leader, you don't want to expose yourself so your KD may not be up there. But we do have some nice ones here from Mason Dixon, 9 and 4. Hot Brass 5 and 2. Very nice positive KD there. Let's go back to our scoreboard. Give credit where credit is due. On the map of Quarantine. AMF was the one again to capitalize and get the first score. That was a very interesting round, and as you saw, taking the north side of the map, AMF was able to get fire team leader early and in there. At the same time, they did something of a center push towards the tanks in front of AC. I believe it was Baldhead who positioned himself there long enough, waiting for Hot Brass to peek, taking him out, but also stopping anybody from crossing impact. That was actually quite well played. And again, this allowed his teammates to get all up in there. As I'm talking about here, we have the tanks in front of AC. Hot Brass having positioned himself in such a way that he cannot be seen by Hot Brass was quite beneficial to his team. Hot Brass holding this a little bit off-meta approach here stopped anybody from crossing semi as well as coming from tank. It would have been nice to see the offense hold an angle here on White Car so you could play audio coming from the north side of the warehouse, and also seeing anybody coming from the north alley past White Car. Typically you want to kind of make your way over here. Obviously if you have opposition on AC, you could sneak past this little wall, sneak a peek, call them out, maybe have your teammates from the other side of the map take over warehouse. Sorry folks, got caught there in the wall. And if you're able to see anyone across the map, you could potentially take them out as they're making that approach across the crack wall here. We saw somebody had positioned themselves in the Sarlacc pit, basically doing call out onto burning building. If we do get the second objective, folks, let me just kind of sneak a peek and show you what the second objective will be. If we get that third round, currently everybody's in the lobby, still making their plans. We have an objective there in the corridor, which can be capped on right there. Looks like we're getting ready to start the match. Folks, let me know how the stream is going. Again, this is PAL VR, the People's Assault League. Assault is the game mode of Onward. Onward is a 5v5 military simulator esports game where 5 people play a game of chess against another 5 on a huge map in virtual reality where you completely immersed. Looks like we have a 2-3 push from OVL Alpha's side. Doing a heavy center push here. Nobody going through the north side. Will we have a cross onto the south side of the map? Beast Billy and Hot Brass very likely are going to be holding a position fairly tight and close to AC. We have Zekri, E-Step, and Texan making their way to... Oh, Beast Billy just took up a very powerful position that I love to play. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Mason. I usually play this crouched, because when you're standing up here, they definitely can see you. Keeping mobile helps, but if you're staying crouched, you can back up and find your way like that. You see, you can't be seen by the opposition. You have a good line of sight onto AC, and you can hear them coming from this side of impact. You also have a beautiful line of sight as they're crossing, if you stand up onto the center street there, and you can also see them coming into the warehouse, i.e. hospital. Looks like Hot Brass was taking some pop shots at. We have Belly and Watermelon inside of the objective building, also known as burning building, before the 7th update, I believe, and onward. This building used to be on fire, hence the name burning building, but I guess now it's just called objective building or setting building. There was a grenade being tossed. I'm not sure exactly where that was supposed to go, possibly right onto the objective in case anybody was behind the wall. Well attempted but poorly executed, maybe? I don't know. Listen, we have to throw these grenades in real life, so it's not like pushing a button. You gotta have a lot of practice, a lot of hours to throw your utility the right way. So sometimes when you don't land, you let your opponent know where it is. But again, these are top teams, guys. I am not as good as they are, so who am I to comment, right? Texan still there, currently pulling some utility off his teammate. I heard a wise man once say that if you die with utility, that is a waste, and you really should use it. Very well done. See, now Texan threw that flash, expecting somebody in there. Veli knows now that he is positioned here, so Veli's going to be watching that ever so closely. It looks like Mason Dixon did get a pick there. Why don't we listen to
Be in my hole.
what they're saying? I don't want to listen to that kind of conversation. Watermelon just called out there were 2 in the hole. I guess forgetting that he took one out. Yeah, Baldhead got taken out as he was possibly playing a more exposed position. Here we have a little... See this little mound where E-Step is standing? You can stand up here and take all the way look down here. Beast Billy is currently holding down a more tight angle, basically stopping opposition from getting in there. E-Step is going to catch it from Belly, but if they push it together, very nice. The death of Beast Billy allowed E-Step to find out that there was one there. However, he got taken out from... But from where? Mason Dixon holding down that very high vantage point above on AC. We have an M203 smoke going on in the middle of the street, which means that it'll be approximately 30 seconds before that dissipates. These dissipate approximately, what, 12 seconds or something like that? 10 seconds? But it looks like, yeah, Texan throwing out a lip reverberation there because he got taken out so darn close and got confirmed by Watermelon. Yeah, it's disappointing, folks, when you make your way all the way over here. You're waiting for your teammates to go. And as you finally make that beautiful approach, you get taken out last minute. But you know what? That's what the game of Onward is all about in the game mode of Assault. You get multiple attempts to start over, you know? That's how it works. Looks like Zachary's taking that north approach that AMF had taken before. They may be playing it a little different. So we have two currently defending. Carr, sorry, and Mason Dixon defending. Looks like White Car got taken out ×2. Beast Billy's taking that position up above on AC, while his teammate Zachary is holding down Semi, waiting for people to push. Unfortunately, Beast Billy got taken out when he peeked on AC. Possibly should have played a little low. E-Step and Texan trying to capitalize in the center here. They have taken out the hospital approach, so that means that whoever's spawning B should take that freely, as long as defense doesn't. Yeah, can you cap from here? You can cap. You can cap for right there. The cap is going out, folks. Veli does not see it, but he will find out soon enough that somebody may be close to the objective. Very likely he's going to try to swing around this wall first. If Texan doesn't make any noise, he can stay there, tucked in. Veli should probably go exactly into the staircase to try to defuse that. Unfortunately, yeah. Looks like Texan went for the chase. So that was a good move on Veli's part to get into the staircase. Dude, I did not know you could stop the cap from upstairs like that. It's just like on Bazaar. That's awesome. Well, Bazaar. No, I'm sorry, that's VRML. My bad. Yeah, so anyway, Veli stopped the cap. Baldhead was there holding down a defensive line for him. Looks like Beast Billy is trying to take that AC approach. AC did get called out, so did Garage. I don't know if you guys ever played Connect 4, but I noticed the Game of Onward Connect 4 are kind of the same. If you take the center of the map, you do gain an advantage. Looks like Veli's going to get pinched from two angles here. Looks like OVL Alpha is planning something of a similar approach. E-Step is going to be playing Fire Team Leader. If he sneaks into this spot right there between the tanks, he can allow his teammates to respawn, but looks like he's going to take a more aggressive approach closer and more northern, western onto the garage side. Looks like we have Baldhead making an approach towards garage, where he'll be peeking through this window, hopefully seeing the opposition get in there. We have an M203 smoke in the middle of the street so that his teammates can cross, but you can be seen from the end of White Car. Veli is the only one on defense right now and does have a very nice tight angle, shutting down Zachary and Texan. Nice approach, guys. Nice attempt. Well executed there. M203 smoke has still gone out, still deployed. Beast Billy holding down a very tight angle. FTL got taken out. Nope, sorry, E-Step is FTL, having a tight angle on Baldhead. Baldhead will be able to see him when he dies, so he's going to call out that FTL is in this corner. Will E-Step choose to reposition? You got to stick and move, baby, stick and move. You got to rotate out of there, exactly. Now he's going to have to find out. He's trying to rotate out, possibly getting inside of the warehouse, but did get killed by Carr. Let's follow Carr for a little bit, see where he's going to hold that defensive line. Currently, everybody on the OVL Alpha team were sent back to the tent, with the exception of the Texan. Mason Dixon holding down that line from gas station.
Push behind hospital, center building, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You just push from right to left.
Called out somebody has crossed from right to left. He did call it hospital. You know, when you look at it, I guess it looks more like a hospital than this building. That's fine. Beast Billy currently playing that position that Texan had before. He's going to be doing some call-outs, see if anybody peeks. We have Watermelon currently playing prone on the exit of the staircase, watching AC where nobody's approaching. Doesn't look like we have much of a northern push. We do have Hot Brass right now making his way over to AC front. Hot Brass taking pop shots, catching Carr in the head. A lot of action going on here.
Left side AC.
Looks like Belly is aware of Beast Billy.
Center hole.
Yeah, he called him out in center hole. Hot Brass currently making his way towards the cockpit of the airplane. Looks like he's going to be taking a longer route around. Everybody on center building got taken out. Texan is going in from the back. Billy's coming in from the front. Hot Brass holding down that same angle that he got taken out from in the last round. Beast Billy's currently doing the cap from behind the wall. I love this approach, folks. You don't have to expose yourself. And obviously, if the defense get in the know, you can't get the cap. He's having a hard time getting into range. Cap has gone out. Texan is within the building, holding down the line, watching AC. We have Baldhead currently trying to make his way into the objective building. Beast Billy will be hearing him, but unfortunately wasn't fast enough with the flick. Texan is going to be opposing this uncap. Now we have nobody on the objective. We only have one person from the defense, or offense I should say. Hot Brass close enough to the objective. Does he have a line of sight is the question. Onto Watermelon, who's going to be making his way to the objective. Veli is the one currently defusing the cap. Hot Brass needed actually to be a little closer. Looks like Carr is aware of his position. He may have seen him, and he took him out, and that's the end, folks. I guess they were out of respawns, and AMF wins every map so far during the series. AMF 3 beat OVL Alpha. Great teams, great match. All around, great attempts. Wonderful KDs all around. This was a great match, folks. Thank you very much for allowing me to cast this for you. Again, this is PAL VR, the People's Assault League. Assault being the game mode in Onward where you capture the objective but get many opportunities to get that, defend it, defuse it, round reset. No, not round reset really, but you know, rinse and repeat. Again, first map that we had today was Turbine, followed by Snow Peak, long range map, with this mid range map here, Quarantine, my favorite. I've kind of showed you some of my favorite positions as well. Again, this is the People's Assault League. Let's get the scoreboard updated here. Thank you everybody for playing. In the game of Assault, you have a maximum of 2 points to win a map. AMF Alpha has shown that they have what it takes. Did I say AMF Alpha? I'm sorry, I'm sorry. AMF 3 has shown what, you know, that they have what it takes to beat a top tier team like OVL Alpha. Very well played on both sides. Again, this is the People's Assault League. Thank you very much for allowing me to cast for you today. Again, this is your boy Nerd. I want to thank everybody in the chat. We have Gray Man, Sweet Lake, Jessica, Jabbo, VRS. Holy smokes, 3 viewers. This is wonderful, guys. I appreciate the chat and the chat. I am a community caster. Hopefully, next season I'll be able to do these things a little more and be an official caster. We'll see how that goes. I'm enjoying it so far. Anybody out there in the PAL VR community, if you really want to get your stuff casted, again, go to the Discord and post to the community casters and official casters that you would like your team to be casted. We will attempt to get as many out this season. Again, we are on week 9, I believe, of 16. Again, I'm new to PAL, so forgive me if I'm making a bunch of mistakes, but feel free to correct me in the chat. Jabbo, you're welcome, my friend. It's my pleasure. Again, this is your boy Nerd. Casting for you, PAL VR. On this Thursday night, 1st of August. It is now 11 p.m. I need to get some rest and some water. Thank you for watching, everybody. Nerd out.